Welcome to Game Over Gerkinman. This is Gerkinman. This is the Simpsons game. This is part 14. It's only 2 episodes to go after this. Thank fuck! I have 2 lovely gentlemen with us today while we go and try to enjoy Grand Theft Scratchy, but it's a Marge-centric level, so no one will. Who's with us this week?
I'm here to enjoy the rest of the series. It's me, Blordow, and how's it going? Good, thanks, mate.
Hi, it's me, Carbon Water, and I'm here to not enjoy the rest of the series.
Yeah, I should have said that.
Yeah.
Well, then what would Dylan have said?
Oh,
Look at that.
It's CJ's neighborhood from San Andreas.
Yeah.
Look at the city background. It's just 2 squares.
Ooh.
That looks
So
like something
detailed.
it looks like something I would have drawn.
The backgrounds for this.
This leads me into a question, which I was going to ask when there was more people in the thing, but fuck it, I'll ask it now. If you were to give The Simpsons license to a developer, who would you give it to? Who do you think would do like the best Simpsons game?
Telltale Games.
Telltale! There you go.
What do they make?
They made The Walking Dead games, their most recent thing.
But they've done comedy stuff. They did Sam and Max.
Yeah.
Strong Bad's cool game. Awesome game for
Cool
cool
game
people.
for attractive people.
Yeah, cool game for attractive people. I did some other comedy stuff as well.
Jurassic Park.
Yeah, Jurassic Park lasted for 1 episode, and then they canned it because it was shit. So even they're not flawless, but I mean, no studio is. What about you, Sean?
Shit. Good question. Probably any other studio could do it better than what these guys do. Is it EA, isn't it, that do this?
Well, EA published it. I'm not sure which of their developers actually did it. Because, I mean, like, EA is just a publisher, right? They own or they distribute a bunch of stuff by a bunch of other developers. EA don't make anything. They just call some shots. But I'm not sure which studio built this, or even if that studio still exists.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not too sure. Like, it'd probably be... Is Valve, are they a fucking...
Yeah, but, well, Valve haven't made a bad game, so I think that's a...
Yeah, that'd be interesting. Like
they've done cell shading with Team Fortress 2, so
yeah,
I can't see why
they could work.
do it. Yeah, there you go. I was going to say, mainly because of this level, but I'd like to see Rockstar make something. I like the idea of a big open world Simpsons game, but you wouldn't play as any of the Simpsons, you'd play as like a new guy in town, and you get to design your own like Simpsons character, and get missions from just, you know, all the different characters around Springfield.
Maybe someone out there will mod it and just reskin the current one with Simpsons character models.
That would be interesting, especially if they could get the cell shading working so everyone looked kind of like those really creepy, realistic Simpsons designs.
Is this the actual Grand Theft Auto mission now? Because it sure looks like a Grand Theft Auto sort of thing.
It's the pimps. It looks more like Saints Row than Grand Theft Auto, but there's a few too many pimps for it to be a GTA game.
Reminds me of San Andreas for some reason. I don't know why.
Probably the brown.
Could be.
I'm pretty sure they would. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they would have based it off San Andreas since that was the most recent game. But I don't think this came out before GTA 4 did. Maybe it did, or maybe it was coming out around the same time. But this came out in 2008. When did GTA 4 come out?
Oh,
2000 and something.
Yeah. The gameplay isn't very Grand Theft Auto. It's just a kind of like they put tracksuits on the cat and Scratchy and said that's.
I don't know. Back in the day, Grand Theft Auto's control schemes weren't the greatest. So.
Well, I know the shooting was always a steam pile of garbage.
Yep.
Even GTA 4, like going back to that now, like it still works, but GTA 5 kind of really fixed that. Well, I guess Red Dead fixed it, and then they implemented that shooting into GTA 5. Did you play Red Dead, Sean?
No, my brother did though, so I sort of watched him play that. Looks pretty cool. He said it was pretty good too, like it's one of his favourite games, I think.
Yeah, I haven't finished it yet, but it's so I want to replay it again for this series. Although I probably won't do it as a Game Over Gerkinman. I'll probably do it as a In the Pickle Jar.
Oh.
When I start doing those, because that's too long a game to have people sitting around recording over Skype.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, it's definitely a pretty cool game. But yeah, It's a very... I guess, and all the levels that have been based on other games have been like this. Like, they're all parodies of other games, but they don't use any of the gameplay mechanics from them. They just kind of have a coat of paint.
Yep.
And those explosions still look really out of place and bother me.
Yeah, they're a bit off.
They don't look cel-shaded. They look like they've taken them out of some other game and just kind of whacked them.
Yeah, stock footage.
Yeah, stock explosions somewhere. Oh dear. He's got his gat and he's holding it sideways.
Oh, it's a kill shot.
Damn. One hit kill.
I just love the idea. Well, I don't love it. I think it's a terrible idea, but just Marge punching cars until they explode. There's just something about that that's just so... Like, why? Who thought this is a... I should probably explain what's going on. Okay, so what I'm actually doing in this stage, in case anyone's wondering, because it isn't clear visually, is you're walking around, beating up all these gangsters, saving these dogs who I don't recognize from any Simpsons episode.
What the fuck are those dogs?
I don't know. And then once you've saved enough dogs, you can make the buildings around you all nice and friendly instead of all ghetto. And that is what you do in the level.
That is so original and cool.
Yeah, and fun. Did I mention fun?
Oh man.
Man,
God, look at it go.
Smash that B button. Smash it all day.
Is that if she does just punches everything with those fucking stupid fists?
Yeah, I wish it was like the old arcade game. You'd get the vacuum cleaner and like smack people in the face with the vacuum cleaner. That was awesome. Just flailing your arms around like a retard is not awesome.
You can't even get in the cars or anything. What is this?
Yeah, that's what I meant. Like, it's literally just the exact same mechanics from the rest of the game with the fucking ghetto coat of paint. Okay, let's call it Grand Theft Scratchy.
How you finished it? Yeah, did you play through this game?
There were a lot of times where I really had to force myself.
Yeah, it seems like it.
It was weird. Like, it was one of those things where before I bought it, I was looking into it and I said, because I'm one of those people who, I don't know what you guys like, but when I buy a game, I like watch all the video reviews. And then based on that footage, I make a decision.
Sometimes I do that if I'm not really 100% on buying something.
Well, I certainly wasn't 100% on this, but back when this came out, it was it was getting decent reviews. And I guess in 2008, this might have been okay. I mean, like, that's something that's happened a lot as well, right? Like, I recently played through all Perfect Dark Zero, and that was a game that reviewed well when it came out because it was a long time ago and standards were different back then. And then you go back to it now and it's like, this is horrendous. But back then, people thought it was all right. I think there's one of these. This was the same deal with this game. Like, you go back to it now, and this might have been pretty cool or whatever when it came out. But now it's just like, oh fuck, this is not what I was expecting. I can't call this game completely horrendous. I've certainly played far worse, but it's bland. It's just really bland and uninteresting to play, at least. It gives you
definitely something I wouldn't pick up, that's for sure.
Yeah. now you don't have to.
Yep.
I think I can't remember what I played directly after this, but yeah, I guess this is like the last platformer I'm really aware of actually coming out. Anyway, as well. Oh. The last like big, like 3D platformer, because I mean obviously we've had the Rayman games for the 2D ones, but Donkey Kong Country Returns and stuff, but as far as 3D platformers go, other than the Galaxy games, I don't know what else has really come out since this.
Yeah, there's not many out these days, are they? They don't really do many.
It's kind of a dead genre. Everything's a first-person shooter now.
It's a shame, though. It's like one of my favourite categories growing up.
Yeah. No, I used to love it as well. I was just telling Dylan, yeah, I've been playing Mystical Ninja, and that's kind of a 3D platformer.
Yeah.
It's got plenty of issues. Dylan, you said it was good.
It is good.
It's fucking hilarious, I'll give you that. It's funnier than this game. Mystical Ninja is funny as shit, and if you haven't played it, it's worth playing just for the absurdity of everything that's going on. There's all these really awkward sex jokes.
What's it for?
The Nintendo 64.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, which was probably, but yeah, the PS1 and the Nintendo, those were the kings of 3D platformers, obviously, with between Rare and I guess Nintendo really only released Super Mario 64. That was it for 3D platformers from them, wasn't it?
Banjo-Kazooie.
Oh, that was
no,
Rare.
That was done by Rare.
Oh, you mean just Nintendo?
Yeah, just like Nintendo as like stuff they actually made themselves.
Oh, okay.
I think that was pretty much it.
Hmm?
But you had other
Swear there was
companies.
others.
Well, you had
Yeah.
other companies doing stuff like Glover and
Yeah, yep.
um,
I guess Mario's been their only really main franchise for platforming.
yeah. Well, I mean, they had Yoshi's
Oh, I can think of
Story as a 2D platformer on there, but
That still sort of links in with Mario, I guess, in a way.
yeah. Gee, Yoshi's New Island's doing nothing for me. I've been watching videos of
Yeah.
that and like, because
Did you get it?
I didn't get it. I've watched a bunch of videos and I just don't like the way it looks.
Yeah, I
Like,
don't-
Yoshi's Island on the Super Nintendo is probably one of the greatest platformers ever made.
Yep. I'd agree.
Easily one of the 5 best.
Yeah, I don't like the style they've used. They've used the Yoshi Story style for it. And
Well-
it's just,
Yeah, it looks very stiff and
yeah.
I think
not
what it
fluid
is
at all.
I didn't think it looked particularly like Yoshi's Story, because Yoshi's Story had that fabric sort of look to it, whereas this kind of looks like oil paintings, but because all the character
yeah,
models are 3D and they've just got like 2D text, like a stylized texturing on them, they just don't... Nothing's cohesive. It looks really... Everything looked like the characters and the world, and they all
Yeah.
look off to me, whereas the original
all
Yoshi's
tacky.
Island... Yeah, the original Yoshi's Island, everything just had that sort of like crayon look, and that was it, and it was through the whole game.
Yeah.
And I love that. And then
Well, the
Yoshi-
backgrounds and stuff did, but like the character models had that still
Yeah.
Super Mario World sort of look to
Yeah,
it.
they look very Super Mario World. And then you had Yoshi's Story, which had 3D rendered Yoshi and enemies, obviously, but the whole world, like there were levels where all the newspaper was made out of paper mache or just fabric, or like there was the sky level where it was all denim.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
that was still really cohesive. Like the world was cohesive at least, whereas this just, yeah. And the music's fucking horrible.
Really?
Yeah, all the music was composed with children's toys,
Oh, God.
which props to them for being creative about it. But just because something's creative doesn't mean it's actually good to listen to.
Yeah.
It's really a shame.
Which is in direct contrast to Donkey Kong Country Returns' amazing jazz flute.
Yeah, I listened to a few of those soundtracks yesterday. Some of them pretty good, some of them are a bit, I don't know what the word is for it, but
I'm sure, like, there's a few in there that I thought were like, well, I was pretty like meh about, but I'm sure in the
Yeah.
context of having it play in the background of the level,
yeah.
there's not as many tracks that you just listen to as like easy listening as there are on some other ones, but the ones that are there that are amazing are pretty phenomenal. But I like this. We sit down and watch The Simpsons, and we'll talk about everything that isn't The Simpsons, because everything else is more interesting.
Way to go.
Oh, I
Why
gotta
you
change
play
some
good
music.
games, Dan? Jeez.
I am playing some good. I'm playing through the Darkness at the moment. That's been pretty good.
Oh,
That's I don't know, it's a bit off topic, but it's got the voice acting by the singer from Faith No More, and he's fantastic in it.
oh really?
Yeah, he does a really good job playing the Darkness, which is like, obviously don't know anything about it, Sean.
Nah, I don't.
He just voices these two like demonic eels that are like live in this guy's shadow and like are attached to his body, and like, they actually sound a bit like you do as the skull in
Oh, really?
Spilled Coffee, yeah, but like way more fucked up.
Sort of psycho-demonic things?
Yeah, I'll send you some samples after this. He's like, between his voice acting and the work that the actual developers did on the audio engineering afterwards, it's pretty awesome. Oh look, ask anybody. Is that what we've turned this into? Flowers for less. Oh, Mudge, you're so considerate, because people can't afford flowers.
Oh, so expensive.
Very, very expensive. What I did like about this level was it's shortest shortest of all the levels that were based on video games.
Jeez.
I had
Seems like they do that towards the end, don't they? They're sort of like, let's just hurry up and finish this game off. Just do a quick level here, quick level there, just get it out of the way.
Look, I kind of prefer that. I've noticed with a lot of games, like it's towards the end, all of a sudden everything starts to drag and get way longer than I'd like it to be, and they start putting up against waves and waves of enemies just to kind of like fill out the quota for how long the game needs to be, and I fucking hate that. I'd rather have it like a climax of a game, you know, I want that quick build up and then boom, there it is, you're done. I hate feeling like it's coming up and then feeling like I'm hitting roadblocks because they're like, well, we need to have another 10 waves of enemies before we can let them get to that.
I hate games that do that.
And I've noticed, I noticed Uncharted 1 and 2 both did it. And it really pissed me off in both of them because I was like enjoying the game and then all of a sudden I was just like, Bulletstorm did it. I absolutely loved Bulletstorm and then that did it at the end. Dylan didn't like Bulletstorm.
Was that a strip club?
Probably.
Shit. G-rated Simpsons.
I think they tried to get away with a few things in this they couldn't get away with on TV. Not quite as much stuff as what the South Park game did. They couldn't get away with on TV. Interactive abortions and such. How was doing the abortion, by the way, Dylan? Was that fun?
You only got to do one of them. The others were censored out.
Oh, okay.
Because it's Australia.
They have... But even the censorship itself, like, I love the fact they put that, crying koala... koala picture there, like, it's not like they just cut the content out. They're like, well, we'll replace that joke with something, with a joke about censorship.
Are you serious? They censored it in Australia?
Yeah, they censored it, and it's censored in the UK and other areas.
You're fucking kidding me. That is ridiculous.
I know,
After all
right?
that shit we went through with
To
those.
get that R18 plus rating, we finally get it, and they're still censoring stuff.
That is just a kick in the nuts, really.
At least we finally got Mortal Kombat.
There's something that goes in your butt. Oh, we can't have that in the game.
God damn. They're so inconsistent,
that post
too.
that I made on Twitter, it's like, oh, putting something in some guy's butt, that's not okay. But shrinking yourself and going inside some guy's butt, that's okay.
Yeah.
Did you chat to Big Gay Al on his phone while you're in his ass?
Yep.
Good work. I've heard a lot of people who were trying to get all the friends in the game didn't realize that you just walked up to the phone and pressed A or whatever. That game's only $70 brand new as well. I was expecting it to be like 90, 89 or 99 like most games are, but it was only 70. I saw it this morning and I was like, shit. After I traded my Wii in for a whopping $28.
What?
Yeah, that's all
you got.
That's all EB gave me for my Wii, yeah.
That's fucked. You're better off selling it on eBay, I reckon.
Well, it's a bit late now. To be fair, I didn't have a controller to go with it because I want that Wiimote for my Wii U when I play my Wii games, but it's still $28. And I'm like, that was with the component cable as well. It wasn't with the shitty old composite.
Yeah. Damn, did you sell games with it or just itself?
I got $3 for Perfect Dark Zero, which was $1 less than I paid for it, so that was okay. Everything else was like, I just traded in some PS3 and 360 games and whatever. But it's kind of funny. It's like this Dark Souls 2 and South Park came out. Those are like the only two games I'm really interested in for the rest of the year, and they're both already out. Oh, that and
Mario Kart.
I was gonna say Smash, but I haven't played a Mario Kart game and enjoyed it since 64.
Double Dash.
Yeah, I enjoyed Double Dash.
They're actually balanced now. Not like the Wii version.
Yeah, Mario Kart 7 for the 3DS is supposed to be really good. Actually, I really enjoyed the one on DS. I thought that game was really good.
Yeah.
Until
they're
everyone
pretty much all been
rubber
good
banding.
except for the Wii version.
What's wrong with the Wii version?
Hmm?
I heard that the Wii version was no good, but never played it, so I don't know what was wrong with it.
The Wii version had extreme rubber banding, so even if you were like in last place, you could easily get up to first place.
Because like the 64
Terrible.
had the blue shell and the lightning occasionally, and that's like basically... Usually it just gave you like red shells, which only work in certain levels reliably, and... You know, like if you got red shells on Rainbow Road, they're pretty much fucking useless. If you're too far behind.
Yeah.
It's pretty much
I
all
think
based in
I remember like back in the day, you used to be able to, if you were good enough, you could time it so you can dodge blue shells. But I don't think you can even do that now. You're pretty much guaranteed to be fucked over as soon as you get hit by one.
Well, that's funny that the special edition of Mario Kart for the Wii U is actually called the Blue Shell Edition. And it comes with a figurine of a blue shell, which is kind of pretty cool. Ice cubes.
Oh, ice block puzzle.
Yeah.
Oh, it actually. Oh.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to have to jump on the ice blocks.
Yeah. Yeah, that would make sense. Isn't there some amazing level design here, folks?
Yeah.
If you like this
Mr. Nice.
level design, then let us know in the comments. Like, favorite, subscribe. My views have been dropping off like no one's business, so any likes, I'm gonna start pleading for likes and shit like everyone else is.
Oh, no.
Yeah, why not? It doesn't hurt to remind people that if they like something, that they should probably actually like it, because it helps us out.
Yep, there's no other way.
That's right, we won't come up in related videos fields unless people like the videos. That's the way YouTube works. Sadly.
Yep. Plus the subscriber feed is completely just screwed up, and just there's no real guarantee that all your subs will see what you put out.
Apparently, I was talking to my manager from Frederator about that, and she was saying on Wednesdays and Thursdays, YouTube like their servers clear their cache, and that causes the bug that causes videos to not come up in people's feeds. So the only days you have to worry about it happening are Wednesday and Thursday. So just don't upload on those days. Basically, yeah. So there's a little factoid for you folk.
What is that? Those days in America?
America,
or what time zone is
so
that?
that's our Thursday and Friday, basically. She couldn't give me a specific time, but like they basically just do them during those 2 days.
So if you upload daily, then you're pretty much screwed.
Yeah. Well, it's almost over. Hooray! We should probably talk about Simpsons again.
I wonder how this whole game ends.
The ending's pretty awesome. It's probably the only good thing about it, really. Oh, look who's back!
It's Poop Dog!
It's Homer.
I was really surprised when I saw Poochie come back, and I was actually it kind of made playing through the whole level worth it. I was like, but they don't talk about Poochie like he's... The whole idea of Poochie was he was lame and no one liked him, so he shouldn't be giving people orders. But I was just glad to see Poochie back, because that was one of my favorite episodes.
Wave 1. What is this, tower defense?
Yeah, kind of. Actually, it's Missile Command.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
This looks
Yeah.
not good.
The controls were really designed around this.
Hey, remember that one game for the 80s that only us played? Yeah, we should make a thing based off that.
It is weird that all the parodies in this game are of really old. Maybe they're afraid of copyright, or maybe it's just because they're easy. Easy to make, that said, not to play, especially with this fucking engine that wasn't designed for them. But
Maybe the kids will get lots of practice and get really good at it.
I used to play Missile Command a lot on my Game Boy, actually. That was a game that I very much enjoyed. It's good though, eh? Yep. This is it, folks.
So when's the fun stuff happen?
This is the exciting boss for the level. I'm thrilled. I hope you're as thrilled as I am. It doesn't get much more exciting than this, folks.
Oh no, you're gonna lose your left house.
Oh, not my left house. That's my good house. Oh, you can see how many fucks I don't give. Approximately 100. Please don't be more than 3 waves. Oh no, it's going to destroy the concert stage. Oh, I guess I better just run up to it and punch it a bunch of times.
Good, you actually get to play the game again.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what's worse. Having to play fucking Missile Command or having to play the game. This bit's a bit Pikmin-y, actually.
Yeah, that's what I was saying in one of the previous episodes. Like, what are we playing, Pikmin now?
Yeah. I like the Pikmin games a lot. I haven't played the new one yet, though.
Yeah, it's not bad.
It looks pretty. Poochie looks really weird there, I'm just gonna say it. Like, he's drawn in 2D, why does he look... If he was a 3D model, I'd understand why it looks weird, but he just looks like fucking really bad.
It's because he's in the real world. This is his real form.
Oh, I thought it was just because they forgot how to draw him because it had been so long.
Could be
No
that.
way.
Great work, ladies.
Oh, look, a politician. Get out of my face.
Botox lips, bitch.
Get out of here in your pantsuit.
Oh, she got
She died.
Should happen to all politicians.
Yeah, I wish that was Tony Abbott.
Giant love hearts of candy, squash them.
Yeah, if only that had happened to Tony Abbott.
Great job, Simpson.
Great job. Well, great job on us being able to sit through that. Oh, Jesus. Join us next week as we go and fight Matt Groening. Not even kidding. We're going to go fight the creator of the series. Yeah. How meta.
Hmm.